Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy. I'm a Stamping Up demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for joining me today. Before we get in with today's card, I just want to go over a few things. I have a March PDF tutorial, and that's when you spend $25 online in my Stamping Up store and you use a particular code. You will receive an email that has a tutorial with pictures and directions for 5 cards, and March is featuring on the Artfully Composed Sweet Products. So I have that to share with you. And also the Waves of the Ocean promotion is, kind of rhymes if you say it real fast, is going on right now. It's started March 1st. It will go to May 2nd. And it features an early release from the annual catalog, the Waves of Inspiration stamp set, and the Waves dies. And this collection also has the 12x12 Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper, 12x12 blue foil specialty paper, and the rhinestone basic jewels. The stamp set and the dies will be available in the new catalog, and the new catalog comes out May 3rd. The Designer Series paper, the foil paper, and the jewels are exclusive to this promotion only, and they will only be available until May 2nd or while supplies last. And I have to say this, we're using the DSP paper today on the card we're making, and the foil paper, and it's stunning, it's beautiful. And then also there is Savings in Bloom, and this is for the month of March. And the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss is 20% off. So it's $48 versus $60. And I've never seen Stamping Up since they introduced the mini, put it on sale. And also in March, there are some bundles that are also at a 20% discount savings. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Today we are using the Paradise Palms stamp set from the mini catalog, the Palms dies, and then I also pulled out the Tasteful Labels dies, and this one is for our greeting. So this is what we're going to be working with, the stamp set, and it's a Slimline card. So this is our card. So this here is the Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper, and the little sun, the happy birthday greeting, the grass, the palm tree, that is all from the Paradise Palms bundle. So this is the card we're working on today. All of the measurements and the supplies that I use on today's card are listed at my blog, but we have basic white cardstock, Daffodil Delight cardstock, basic black, Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink, white, and then our Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper. For the palm tree on this card, I popped up my palm tree with black dimensionals. So of course, even the mini dimensionals would see through here. So I literally, and I don't think if I have any left, sliced thin, I don't, used them up, thin little slivers, which was like, it was really time consuming, and it got frustrating for me. So we're gonna change today's card up just a little bit. But what I want to do is get some stamping done first, and then we'll do our die cutting. These 2 pieces I only need for die cutting. This is what I need for our greeting. So I have crushed curry ink, my stamp pad, and this is just a scrap. This is a scrap, and really this was a scrap I pulled out. I just needed to make sure that it was long enough. So I just sort of went through my scrap piles and pulled out scraps to use for this. Then my greeting is in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Look how that looks. goobered my stamp up already. Okay. Our stamping is done. Get that out of the way. And you know what? We'll just go ahead and die cut everything. So I am going to bring in the mini, because every die I'm using will fit through its little mini platform. So I have my sun. Let's see if I can pick up my die. And my greeting. Okay. So nothing's shifting on me. Crank that through. Okay, so there's our little sun. Here's our greeting. Then, I know my palm tree and my grass won't fit through both. So, this has the dies for this palms die. Has like a strip of grass. I want to make sure the top is on there. Crank that through. Yeah. Take my pick tool. There's our grass. Now I have already cut out one of the palm tree in the basic black. And like I said, I spent 15 minutes cutting little slivers, dimensional, to put on the back of that tree. And it kind of drove me crazy. So I thought I would change it up just a little bit. And I'm just going to double up my palm trees. And it's really not going to pop it up like dimensionals would, but it's going to give it a little bit, my palm tree, a little bit more substance. Let me get over by my trash container so I don't have all of the crumbs all over my work area. I've got just a couple. Just a couple I need to clean up. Okay. Crumbs off of here. Get my mini out of the way. Alrighty, so my die out of the way. Let's get started with our card. So for my Slimline, my basic white cardstock is 7 by 8.5, and that's scored in the center at 3.5. And my designer series paper, I'm going to put that onto the back of my Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to try to get that centered. And then also I want to see which way, I think I'm going to have my paper go this way. Which way I want that pretty design to go. And then this is just the opposite side of that designer series paper. So to me, the top is kind of like sky, whatever. And whoa, and I have miscut this piece. So let me see. I know I've got more here. So trying to be totally prepared, and I totally wasn't. So let's see. We'll just cut another piece. Okay, now that's 3. I thought my bottom piece was 2 1/4. Yep. I know what it is. I cut my top piece wrong. My top piece, no. So we're gonna cut this one 2 1/2. There we go. Pick this one up. It's got my piece of glue on it. Sorry about that. But you know what I say, there's it ends up being a different color. But that's fine. There's no mistakes in stamping. Just creative ways to do things. Now we'll go this way. And there is going to be a gap there, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I want to do with my palm trees. So like I said, I didn't want the dimensionals. Didn't want to go through cutting the dimensionals again. So I'm just going to take my Tombow and very lightly apply it where there's a little bit more, and I'm not using a lot, as you can tell. And then I'm going to take my second palm tree that I cut, get that on there just enough to pick it up, and then stack this on top of the first one. So it gives it a little bit more substance to it. It's not as flimsy, and a little bit more depth. So our palm tree is ready to go. And let's put this onto our card base. Okay, and now I know my palm tree wants to go there. I am going to pop my sun up on a dimensional. I'm going to have that ready to go. Now for my grass on this card, I wanted my grass, but I didn't want a huge strip. That's our blue foil. I didn't want that to be really large. I didn't want it to take away from my designer series paper. So you can cut your dies. You can cut your die shapes, because if I wanted to put this on here, geez, do I try to tuck it underneath here, snip the ends, whatever? Snip your die. So what I first did was I needed to make this a little bit more narrow. So I just snipped that off with my paper snips. And then I'm like, well, I don't like that. So what I did on this one is I cut my die in half. And I know I still have to trim that just a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of trim that rough edge. Because I ended up taking this, when I die cut this was the piece on the left, I ended up putting that piece over on the right of my piece of foil. And then you can figure out where this one is going to go and what you want to do with it. So that's what I did. So let me get my silicone mat, because I don't want adhesive on my work grid, because I'll stick cardstock or something into it. And then I'm just going to switch my fingers. Put this on the back of my piece of foil. So there's my one half, my one side. And then I'm going to put this on the other side. As soon as I can get my fingers to work this morning. There we go. So now I'm going to sort of place, like, I think that's where I want my tree. You can use your Tombow. I'm just putting some more adhesive on there. I still need that. Need it for my palm tree. You know what? I'm going to use liquid adhesive on this one. So I doubled that up and make sure that it stays put. And just so I don't stick fingers in the... I am like off thumbs today. I apologize. Must not have had enough caffeine yet. I usually try to film my videos first thing in the morning. Anywhere between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, so there's my little strip with my grass. Now I'm going to put my sun on a dimensional. I'm going to put it right up there. Now on this one, I didn't use any dimensionals on my greeting, but I think on this one I am. I just left that flat. And on this one, I think I am going to use dimensional. Pop this up, stick 2 on the back. The backing off. Happy birthday there. And this one little weird blade of grass. I guess it'll be okay. It's kind of crazy looking. I might just snip it. There we go. I like that better. So that's it. That is today's card. It's a Slimline card. Stampin' Up does sell envelopes. They are in the mini, but if you don't have those, this will also fit in a standard legal size envelope. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's card. Have a wonderful day. Bye.